Alrighty, folks, I decided I would do one more video in this recording session.
Pump is property of the king. You'll need to pay if you want a drink.
That's nice. It's late, but it's frickin' Saturday, and here I am with nothing better to do than record Fallout New Vegas. So sad. But now that the self-pity party's over, yeah, it's late. I don't particularly need to get up early in the morning, so why not knock out one more of these videos when there's a chance that we'll find the followers of Apocalypse and advance Eddie's quest, and there's a chance we'll meet an Elvis impersonator.
The king controls the water pump. If you want water, you need to pay like everyone else.
How much for a drink?
Just a few caps for a good long swig.
Never mind.
Anything else you want?
Why charge for water? What, you guys douchebags?
If we let everyone run amok, the damn NCR would shut us down. Gotta have some way to regulate usage.
Can I buy bottled water?
Sure thing.
Apparently it's purified. 0 rads, but if I drink from it, I will be attacked by the kings. So, good to know. Don't really feel like making an enemy over a swig of water. Certainly there are going to be times where a swig of water is more than enough to make an enemy over if you don't have any other way of getting water, for example. But, no, I got water of my own, so... It's taking us back to Freeside. Let's go back to Freeside. Yeah. Freeside doesn't seem like a very nice place. And it very much looks like I can't get to this marker from here because it's not doing a little path. Damn it, if I got the Eddie quest highlighted, yeah. I don't know if this is someplace I've already been or not. Atomic Wrangler. So they got the whores and stuff. Is that where, well, there's the kings. School of Impersonation. Atomic Wrangler Crier.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
Yeah. This would appear to be a soul-suckingly dark and dismal place. There's a school of Elvis impersonation.
Hey.
Hey. I wonder if I can actually be taught to impersonate Elvis here. That would be kind of a neat little twist on an old theme. XP for kills made by companions is awarded to the player. Yes, I had picked up on that, but I'm glad they made it clear here. Hey, you have a name.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
Uh-huh. Who's the king?
Who's the king? You believe this, asshole man? In Freeside, the kings rule. And the king rules the king.
Oh, he's the king of kings. Jesus. Well, I'd like to see the king as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man?
I'm new in town. I wanted to pay my respects.
You know what? I like you.
Even though I just called you an asshole.
People around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss
He looks exactly the same as we do, because we all dress like the king. Uh-huh.
Personal space meaning anything?
What? Oh. Sorry, Black Elvis. Hey, there's a Korean Elvis. Black Elvis really ain't that big a deal. Interesting. Mind if I sit down? I probably should have let him ask me to take a seat, but I don't think he would have.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? And now I know that... Yeah. That would be, you know, as much as I hate the Now I Know That Port is the only way my heart can go song, it would actually be a lot better if Elvis sang it. Wouldn't be good. It'd be better. I was hoping you might have some work for me.
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
I really wish one of my answers was, uh-huh. What do you need me to do?
I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
Uh-huh. What do you need me to do? You need me to deal with any kind of voodoo murders in New Orleans? Uh-huh.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fella named Oris, is making a little too much money.
Uh-huh.
He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why.
Maybe he's good at his job.
Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead.
Uh-huh.
If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Uh-huh. Why are you so interested in this? Uh-huh. I'm guessing, you know, again, I'm just guessing. This is not something where I've had spoiled for me. But I'm guessing that he probably is running a, you know, a bit of a con where he's got people who work for him who pretend to be coming after you and then cooperate with him in a little show where he scares them off. That would be my guess. Well, let's find out why the king's so interested in this.
You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings too. I'm just looking out for my men.
That's not,
I'm not trying to get
nice.
some kind of unfair advantage. I just want a level playing field for my boys. So, what do you say?
I'll say, uh-huh.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Oh, nice. That's the king's private inner sanctum. Yeah, personal space. Uh-huh. So he's gonna take the caps, just the regular cap amount, to guard me, Veronica, and Eddie. That's pretty good. Uh-huh. Do I really feel like wandering around exploring this place? He gave me a little, you know, King's Quest. King's Quest, get it? As long as it's not King's Quest 2, that game. Trying to play that game with a keyboard because you can't get the mouse to work, or rather your dad can't be bothered to figure it out and you're a little kid.
Personal space meaning anything
Shut
to
the
you, lady?
fuck. Oh, lady. I'm picking on Veronica. Okay, so there's the other side of that door that I figured led to some kind of secret stuff. Sergio.
You want your hair done too? No. The kings are many, and their hair must be perfect.
You know, I got the confirmed bachelor perk, and yet I have no special dialogue with the effete hairdresser. Go figure. Maybe I'm just not into flamers. Certainly, you know, as I'm now flashing back to that asshole who gave me shit and told me I was a homophobe because I was annoyed when I found out I'd accidentally made my character gay. He's supposed to be an in-game avatar of me, and I'm not gay, so therefore I wasn't really looking for him to be gay. If the game was about a gay character, like that was part of the character, of the main character of the game, and you don't choose that and select it, I wouldn't have a problem. Anyway. But no, I'm flashing back to that now. But what got me going down this road is, I remember a lesbian chick telling me once that she hated flamers. She just found them irritating. And by flamers, I mean I guess that's not a polite term, but that's the term she used. It's just a term for gay men who are particularly kind of effete and, yeah, she didn't like them. They irritated her. So yeah, I suppose that if you were a gay dude, you would have, you know, just as a heterosexual man, There are some girls who are his type and some girls who are not his type. It would be the same if you were a gay dude. There would be some guys who are your type, some guys who are not your type, and maybe you're not into flamers. Apparently, our gay as a day is long avatar that I'm playing this game as, just completely boneheaded when I looked at the name of that perk. He doesn't like the, you know, fancy hairdresser type. He wants somebody whose arms are strong enough to hold him.
Hi there.
Hey, little kid. I'm not going to bother to turn around and... Veronica couldn't even bother to draw on these guys. Giant rat. You know what? You're doing fine, Eddie. I don't need to get involved. They're only worth 10 experience each. That should give you an indication. Yeah, pool cue. I was wondering if he maybe had like a kind of cool, interesting melee, but he doesn't. I appreciate the fact that the king mentions that you may have noticed the guys, the bodyguards out in front, but he doesn't like actually chide you for not having one because, I mean, I don't freaking need one. I believe this is where that guy was before. Oh no, there he is.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
Yeah, I couldn't talk to him before until I got the quest. How much for your services?
200 cap. Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter.
I'm gonna choose where we go to
We'll be
gamble.
heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another
Wait,
customer.
I'm hiring you as a
I'll
bodyguard.
keep
Why
a
the...
brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
I'm just paying him 200 caps to lead me to wherever he feels like taking me. Watch for unusual behavior, guys.
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. If you get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up.
Ah, thank
If I
you.
ever need their services.
Thank you. Now I know where they are.
Up ahead on the next block is where the kings hang out. Don't let them scare you. They don't outnumber you 5 to 1.
They don't outnumber you 5 to 1. My dialogue will be cut off or your money back. I guess I would fail the quest if I just killed him outright. I suppose I could lie to the king and say that he said some horrible anti-king stuff. Where the hell is he?
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler.
Oh, it's nice that he slows up when I get too far behind. Or he just slowed up there for some other reason. Has nothing to do with where I am.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
Tell me to slow down. You're the one that's like running full speed. Of course, this is the rate at which, apparently this is the rate at which I always move around. Mad dash everywhere I'm going.
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife.
I
right
think he
about
just
now.
shot a bunch of unarmed people. Hey, he only fired 3 shots and there are 4 guys here.
Noticed that, did you? I keenly aimed one of the shots through some soft tissue of one of them to hit the man behind.
Oh, never mind. He didn't shoot unarmed people. He shot a bunch of shots at random and 4 dudes played dead. Or he just faked this whole thing to drum up repeat business.
That's an interesting theory you've got there. I'd suggest you keep it to yourself. Let's get moving.
I want all the money you have on you. I could make it to the kings from here.
I ought to take my chances and kill you right here, but you may be right. Here, take this. Don't think this is over, though. I'll have that money back, out of your hide if I have to.
348 bottle caps, huh? Okay. They are probably going to come back after me hostile. So let's get to the kings and tell them what's going on. I suppose I should have looked at the dead guys and confirmed what happened, but considering what he said, I really did feel like we were about to get jumped. Hey there, buddy. Jesus. What is she like? Is she like freaking clotheslining these guys, knocking them over left and right? Or do they just say that no matter what if they notice her? I don't even know how they can tell she's a woman in that power armor. So, we're here from the Brotherhood of Steel to deal with some jerk.
What do you have for me?
Horus is a fraud. He fakes attacks on his clients and then plays hero.
So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the Strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything.
I'll head over right away.
Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use.
Yeah, whatever, Robodog. It's K9. K9! Affirmative, master. Yeah, yeah, okay. I wanted to go to the Mormon fort anyway, so this is good. I'm glad that I did that little quest, because I was wandering around trying to figure out where the hell the followers were, and they're in the Mormon fort. Now we know where that is. So that's pretty cool. So I think if we go to this next screen, it'll be on the right. And I also think I had a joke to make in there, and I was waiting for the Elvis guy to finish his lines, and I forgot what the joke was. I was probably going to make some, you know, crappy pun about Jailhouse Rock because of, you know, people fighting and sent them to jail, dancing the Jailhouse Rock. Everybody on the Wholesale Rock is dancing the Jailhouse Rock. Yeah. It would have been hilarious, folks. Sadly, the moment is gone. Never to return. Until the next time I find any opportunity to make some crappy pun about an Elvis song whose title I can remember at the appropriate time. I suppose if he's, he had no evidence that that guy that we found out that guy was up to no good, but the king had no evidence. So I guess he just had suspicious minds, or a suspicious mind. That was really not very well said.
Hello.
Followers go.
I hear you've done some good things for the followers.
Yeah, I got a couple of you killed. Really wasn't my intention, but...
The gunrunners ought to help the followers by donating some of the firepower they've got.
I suppose everybody should help you guys for no good reason. That's probably how you see it. Beatrix Russell. She's a real pretty one.
Howdy.
So, who are you?
I've been around a while. Currently working for the followers as a gun for hire. But it's getting rather dull.
So I'm thinking of becoming one of the crappy voiceover actresses for the Zerg Heart of the Swarm.
Shipments. There isn't much to do around here. The one researcher I liked, who I could chat up about liquor, got transferred. And the rest of the docs are pretty uptight about my kind of fun.
What are you doing with the followers?
I joined up looking for a decent paying job. Granted, the pay's all right, but they won't let me kick back and slog a brew at the end of the day. They're worried the filthy drunkies in detox seeing me drink will cause an immediate relapse. I say their rehab effort here is just a revolving door.
You've seen a lot over the years. Radiation, for one thing.
I've been around long enough to observe the patterns of human behavior. Physical and mental anguish, are especially exciting to explore.
Okay, you're kind of a weirdie. That's a bit cryptic, Beatrix. Sounds like you're a bit of a dom, Beatrix. Well, I guess if I was straight, and she wasn't a ghoul, this might be pretty hot. I don't know.
Hey, who doesn't enjoy a little pinch and squeal every once in a while?
Okay. Let's talk about something else. Anything else.
What do you have in mind?
You have any sex clowns who you ride around while they have little horse hat things on? Got any advice to share?
Time you enjoy wasting isn't wasted time.
She must be really bored.
Feed a man for free, and he'll be back asking for more. Feed a man a bullet, you won't hear from him again. Good, bad. The guy with the gun makes the rules.
Like Mr. T lives by the golden rule. The man with the gold rule. I have some questions.
And I may have answers.
What do you think about the NCR?
I reckon they care about getting water and electricity from the dam, and that's where it ends. The locals
I think
here
she's
are
right.
just an inconvenience to them. Something to step over or stomp down. They're here for the resources, plain and simple.
Remember what I said about how the NCR represents what a lot of people, especially from outside of the United States, think of the United States? Yeah. She seems like somebody with a lot of good background info, but I don't know if we're going to get any quests out of her.
What starts in misery tends to stay there. Freeside wasn't Freeside until 6 or 7 years ago.
It used to be Slaveside.
That's when Mr. House's robots rolled out of the Lucky 38 and started pushing everyone who wouldn't join him off the strip. Lots of folks died. Some scattered to the winds. The rest wound up in Freeside and seemed never to lose the habit of living like refugees.
But don't have to like a refugee. Mr. House sounds like a piece of work.
Before or after the human race shot itself in the foot. I've been around long enough to have both opinions, see. Before the war, Mr. House was a famous captain of industry.
Damn, you guys been around
Onyx,
for a while.
to be specific, seemed charming in interviews, until he became a recluse. Since the war, though, didn't make a peep for near 200 years. But when he came back strong and killed a lot of people.
So, I guess the ghouls have, like, strange, elongated lifespans because of the radiation. If Mr. House is around before the war and became a recluse, well, A, he's probably some kind of, like, parody / homage to Howard Hughes. B, he's either a ghoul or this person who's claiming to be Mr. House isn't the same guy. Or something else. I don't know, those are my two pet theories for the time being. What about the Kings?
What about them? Pretty much the sort of gang you'd find anywhere else. Just with better clothes.
They actually...
The king himself, though?
Yeah.
He's got that something special you can't put a finger on. Too bad he likes girls with skin.
I was gonna say, well, the King gang members do seem kind of like pricks. The King himself seems like he's, you know, basically, for a gang leader, he's got a pretty good heart. I mean, he seems to be trying to do good by his community. Like, it's kind of the happy, glowing view of gangs that you would get from, say, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with Grove Street. What do you think of the followers of Apocalypse?
I don't know how they do it. They're like saints, those followers. If they didn't charge for their services, I'd think they was crazy. But nah, they're just naive. Warms their heart.
I'd like to think if we really were in a post-apocalyptic world, the followers would be the ones I'd be working for, but yeah, who knows. Van Graffs.
Couple of rad scorpions, those two. Gloria is the stable one, but she'd slit your throat if there's a profit in it. Or rather, she'd tell her brother to do it for her. John Baptiste is one of the sicker humans I've had the displeasure of observing.
Who are the Mythbusters?
What
Talk
did
about
you-
something else. Goodbye. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Decent dialogue, you know, a little bit of background color, but no quests and a lot of chatter. Usually when a character is thrown at you with that much personality, and they don't immediately start mentioning something, or they just have a lot of things you can talk about in general. They're like the personality plus exposition person. Hi, you know what? Let's have a little chat like I would with the king.
Thank you for coming. Let's talk about that robot.
Let's talk about those monster trucks. What the hell's wrong with me? You know, those monster trucks are coming up later at night. You know what? Let's talk about those monster trucks. I mean, Bobo the Vulture is pretty much the only one who's going to have any idea what I'm referencing, but I can't help myself. Well, monster trucks are coming up later. You know what? Let's talk about those monster trucks. It's Tony Schiavone, if that helps. What would you like it for?
I've heard through our channels that it has some research that may be related to Enclave and Poseidon energy technology.
Really?
I'd like to get what I can from it and use that data for the good of humanity. All of humanity, unlike the Brotherhood.
Hear that, Veronica? People are assholes. Of course, this is the Followers. We never asked her if she wanted to join them somewhere else, but I have a feeling she would have said no. The perk you get for her attempting to join the Followers always seems to be called Causeless Rebel, where reference, of course, to Rebel Without a Cause, James Dean. So I don't think she never really joins them. It's too bad, because the reason that I suggested she leave the Brotherhood was not because I wanted her to just kind of be, you know, a wanderer like me. I figured that she would actually get to join the Followers. What are you going to do with it?
First, I'm going to pull off whatever log data I can. Then I'll use some of the tech around here to upgrade its weapons systems. Shouldn't be more than a few days' work.
Okay, you can take... Why don't you want the Brotherhood to have it?
The Brotherhood is all about keeping technology to themselves and using what they find to protect themselves. They are isolationist and belligerent. I have no doubt that they plan to use the data for weapons research.
You're probably right, but you know what? Before the events of 2 or 3 videos ago, I would have said something about how at least the Brotherhood are here as a buffer against the Enclave. So anybody who's played previous Fallout games knows the Enclave are bad news. On the other hand, last couple of videos, the Brotherhood, fuck them. And besides, I'm playing as the Courier, so despite all the goofiness about my character being gay and I'm not gay and all the other silliness and stuff, and you know, well, if I'm going to make anything of this guy's own past, it's a very free-form game where you get to do what you want. But if we assume this guy's past means anything in his decisions, A, it's bizarre that I've gone this long without making any effort to find Benny and get revenge. Yeah, I think we have to accept that. That's part of my playstyle, and it's not the way the Courier would behave. Courier seems to have no interest whatsoever in finding Benny. But B, the Courier should have little or no knowledge of the Enclave. So the idea that we should build up the Brotherhood because they may be the only ones who could save us from an Enclave attack, not really going through his head. His experience with the Brotherhood are, they use you, and then they're a bunch of murderous motherfuckers. So, fuck them. I'll give her the robot, but let's see the rest of the dialogue first.
There are plenty of people here to talk to you about us and our mission. Let's get to brass tacks and talk about that robot.
Let's talk about those monster trucks. Okay, you can take Eddie for a while. Well, let me check his inventory, though, real quick. Lady, I'm going to give you Eddie. I just want to check his inventory. Don't go too far. I'm going to give you Eddie. Temporarily. He's my friend. I'm not just going to hand him over, but...
Have you given any more thought to my offer?
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can with the upgraded weapon systems.
Hey. Her. I've lost the enhanced sensors. It's too bad, because I think that's what's been helping me get away with not having super high perception. Hey, you look like a crazy punk.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
I'm looking for something that can inspire the Great Khans. Know of anything like that? I met a kid who's unsatisfied with life in the Great Khans. Will you take him as a follower?
We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent?
Do you need a whiny bitch? Well, he's a poet, kind of. He's obviously a bright, sensitive soul, and he loves literature.
Excellent. Ezekiel's been after me to find him a new assistant for ages. Tell the boy we'll take him.
I'm looking for something... blah, 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 blah.
The Great Khans. Oh, you mean those raiders that used to clash with the Vegas tribes?
Oh, you mean evil Eichel.
Yes. Some years back we taught them reading, writing, basic science. We hoped they would use it to make medical supplies, but they turned to drugs. I was never much involved in the cultural side of that project, but Ezekiel was.
Who was Ezekiel?
He's a member of the Followers, like myself. But his particular field is pre-war history and tribal culture. I do recall him being fascinated by the Khans. He kept going on about parallels to some ancient historical empire.
You think maybe the Khanate of Genghis Khan? Maybe? Where can I find this Ezekiel? This would be the last piece of the Papa Khan quest. Papa Khan.
He rarely stops in here these days. You'd do best to look for him out in the wastes east of New Vegas. He's always looking for new tribes to study.
Okay.
Was there...
Yeah, that's probably enough. Well, she didn't say anything. What the hell? So we probably have to wander off and do some stuff and come back for Eddie. Abu Dhabi honeymoon. Oh, Don Hostetler. Okay, so we did have to do some more stuff with the, Well, you know what, let's take care of GI Blues while we're here. But at some point, oh my papa. Talk to Ezekiel. So we probably now have a quest marker for Ezekiel, even though she told us she doesn't know where he is. Hey, Arcade Ganon? Oh my god, it's the arcade version of Legend of Zelda, and he's Ganondorf.
Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a researcher. Not even a particularly good one.
Oh, come on, buddy. What kind of research?
Oh, you know, finding alternative treatments for common illnesses and injuries. Stim packs out of barrel cacti and other fantastic improbabilities. As far as fruitless wastes of time go, it's quite noble in its aims.
What's the goal?
For the past 100 years or so, the Followers have managed to get by using salvaged medical supplies from the old world. But the side effect of medical success is that more people live longer. Funny how that works. Eventually, we'll run out of hospitals to loot. We need new ways to produce those supplies, or maybe old ways if this research goes anywhere.
You don't sound too enthusiastic about it.
I'm enthusiastic about helping people, but nihil novi sub sole.
Isn't that the language that Caesar's, or Caesar's Legion speaks?
Caesar can cite Cato to suit his purpose. Many people have spoken Latin. Some of them were quite pleasant. It's unfortunate that the language is now associated with the gentleman across the river.
Where did you learn that?
Not from the Legion, if that's what you're getting at. Books, sheet music, gladiator movie holotapes, bits and pieces here and there. The Followers have extensive libraries, but we all draw water from the same old well. Even Caesar.
Oh, do you know much about Caesar?
I don't know anything that the others couldn't tell you. Caesar was one of the Followers. Before my time, of course. He wanted to rebuild the new world in the image of the old. A sad story of good intentions gone bad. In that regard, he's hardly unique. If you set aside his leadership capabilities, extensive knowledge, and ruthless cunning, he's just another jerk who steps on people to get his way.
Nihi what?
Oh, sorry. There's nothing new under the sun. If agave and mesquite were that miraculous, the locals would have figured it out a few thousand years ago.
Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
Certainly. Do you need any help?
Me specifically? No. I'm sure Julie Farkas does, though. Lab coat, pointy hair. Answers to the name Julie Farkas, strangely enough. I'm sure she can find something.
He's hilarious.
It might be kind of depressing and terrible, though. Caveat Samaritanus.
Why keep speaking Latin when you know that it irritates everyone? Here's the king's buddies, I would assume. You're a rambler and gambler, and I guess you always will be.
Sorry, I'm here to have a good time, not talk to random people.
Punch you in the face, motherfucker. Okay.
Hey.
You're a creepy mouse. Alright, so those guys, maybe this tent has the guys that we want to talk to. Veronica stuck. Maybe not. Maybe this tent. Maybe not. Remember now. Maybe later, Meatwad. Remember now. Well, they have names. It's Wayne of Wayne Enterprises.
I ain't got any reason to talk to you. Scram.
Fucking assholes in this game.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here?
We want to have E6. The king asked me to look into your attack.
Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this.
Why don't you tell your friend Wayne that he's an asshole? What can you tell me about the attack?
Well, it happened at night.
It happened one night.
We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
You remember anything about the people who attacked you?
They were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them. I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try...
Talk to Wayne. You have to talk to us in a certain order. You have to talk to us in sequence, or it won't work.
That true? Did the king really send you?
You know what? Fuck you. I mean, yes. You did, and anything you could tell me about what happened might help. I usually go for like the goody two-shoes answers to all this stuff.
I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help?
Every bit helps. Thanks.
Sorry I couldn't help more, especially since you're being so nice. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when
Yeah,
one of them said, "Hey,
just
Lou,
remember
we
this
gotta
randomly.
go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now
Oh
that
my
I think of it,
God.
He said Lou something. Something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
Damn it.
He probably said Lieutenant. Wait. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Lieutenant. Maybe it was mutants. No, what they said, they called it Lou. Yeah, they said, we gotta go, Lou. I'm like, oh my god, Waka and Lulu are attacking people in Freeside. Hey, Lou, we gotta go, yeah? Shut up, Waka. I mean, oh, Waka, stop talking. Ferris is not answering me. Alright, so what the hell does this mean? Return to the king with your findings. Yeah, it was Lieutenant, that super mutant who's voiced by the guy who plays Virgil in Mighty Max.
Hey.
Hey. Now she looks like a unique character, but she's a generic card.
What's your
And
problem?
you're... It's Blood of the Chandra, Tommy Dreamer, okay, girl. Sorry. Bad Bigelow, I've got so many love interests. Yep. Alright, now it's like freaking 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to go find the king, talk to him, end the video. Tomorrow... The hell is that sound? The hell is that sound? Huh. Alright. Whatever. Yeah, so I'd have to decide if I'm going to record more of this tomorrow, because don't have anything to do tomorrow either. Well, I got all sorts of stuff I should be doing, like laundry, cooking some meals for the week, other things you don't want to hear about. But I have to decide if I, for fun, since I don't really feel like going anywhere. It's supposed to rain tomorrow anyway. I could do more of this, or I could play Heart of the Swarm. So I've got people, at least one guy, keeps posting on every frickin' video that has nothing to do with StarCraft and asking me when I'm going to do StarCraft 2. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. But I'm also like, you know, want to finish playing Heart of the Swarm before I start trying to LP other stuff. Hey, there's Pacer. You're in my seat.
I've got my eye on you. You cross the Kings, you'll regret it.
You've got your butt in my seat's what you got, asshole. How you doing, buddy? Fortunately, can't talk to the king from here. You can just get mistreated by one of his folks.
Or were you just here to chat?
Maybe both. The local men were attacked by soldiers. One of the men was identified by rank.
Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's got to be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something
well,
big
they're
is
pretty
going
obviously
down,
true.
I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things.
I was just
don't
over
ask
there,
her
dude.
what
Why
to do
couldn't you
about
tell
it.
me that?
She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
I like the king. His gang members tend to be a pain in the ass, but oh god damn it. I was gonna end the video and now I got an optional thing and I don't want to forget. Alright, let me do the optional bit first, then I'll go talk to this. Oh, shit. Am I gonna finish this quest in this video? I am, aren't I? I'm gonna stay up even later, have this video go super long, because now I just want to finish this quest. I don't believe it's going to involve any combat or anything. So far, all of the King's quests... King's Quest 5, The Perils of Rosella. No, that was 4, I think. Let's think. 1 was the first one where he became the king. 2, he got a wife. I think 3 was about his son, and 4 was about Rosella, his daughter. Unless 3 was something else with King Graham, and 4 was about his son. Anyway, so far, the king's little quests in this game have been walkie-talkie, you know, fetch quests. You must talk to so-and-so in the town of so-and-so. They haven't involved combat or anything so far. I mean, they feel like a huge waste of your time, but I don't mind them if they you know, give you a chance to go out and explore and get a little backstory on the world. Was Julie Farkas? I think she was the one who had Eddie. So, hell, maybe this will get Eddie back. Let's just say... Or maybe it'll do no such thing. A rambler and a gambler, and I guess he always will be. You really look like you are supposed to be a unique named character. The blonde hair, the glasses, the fact that she's wearing different clothes from everyone else.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, well, last time you didn't even say goodbye. Anything about the NCR here in Freeside?
Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it?
They're scum. The king thinks those troops have been attacking locals.
I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away.
Because
if
you're a
Elizabeth
dude.
holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I was really hoping you would not be a link and a further optional piece of this plot, but whatever. Are you sure you are not a unique character?
I didn't know the Brotherhood had any people out here.
Is she talking about me or Veronica? I am a member of the Brotherhood, but I'm not recognized as one by the NCR people. I guess she's smart enough to see the Brotherhood douchebaggery written on my face. Veronica's not a member of the Brotherhood either, but she's still wearing their faction armor, so... Alright, well, let's break out the map. I don't know which one of these is optional and which one of these is... I think the NCR is near the other end of the strip. I don't know what part of town the squatters are in. I do know that it's pretty much time to end the video, though. Alright, whatever's going on, it's not going on in this area. It's going on either in Freeside or even farther off in this direction. So I need to like not be here anymore. Whatever this is North Freeside. I'll turn around and check and see what they actually call the area I just left. I also need to go to bed because now my eyes are starting to sting from having been up too long. I need a couple hours of shut-eye. But I'm just so excited about working for the king. It's also considered Freeside, so... I kind of wanted to knock out the optional part of the quest. Okay, now... everything seems to be pointing back towards Freeside. Somebody up here? Is this where squatters are? Okay, I appear to be really freaking close to the next plot point, but not quite able to get there. And it's kind of frustrating, to tell you the truth. I thought this was like secret squatter area here. Jumping off the second story, gonna break my legs. Nope. Probably should have. Oh, you're NCR douchebags.
Hello.
Oh, never mind, you're a band grab thug. Totally different kind of douchebag. S-I-L-V-E-R, jump into your racing cars, I Silverage. Alright. I was gonna try and knock this quest out, but I can't figure out where to go. So I'll have to figure it out later, because I've had enough. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When we come back, folks, we're going to do some more stuff for the king. Because although I haven't come across it yet, I believe I can't get into Vegas without a passport or permission from the king. I haven't actually hit that wall, but everything suggests that I'm supposed to be getting on his good side, so whatever. At any rate, this was the whole thing. I didn't want to get into Vegas. I didn't want to take a side route into Vegas and skip all the Freeside stuff because it's potentially interesting. I had at least one viewer, don't know if he's still with me, at least one viewer who mentioned that LPers skip the Freeside stuff. That suggests he's watched more than one LP of this game, which suggests that he's really into Fallout New Vegas. Yeah. Anyway, this is Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. When we come back, I'm sure we'll speak to the king again. So, good night. Thank you very much.